Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to Mrs. Rita Apollonia as the lecturer for this course. I'm Ade Rohana. I'm from Class 2B of English Department in Galuh University. Here, I would like to summarize and presenting about the material, language material evaluation and development during one semester.
There are few contents of language material evaluation and development. First, curriculum and syllabus. Second, RVP, lesson plan. Third, assessment and evaluation. And fourth, teaching approach, methods, and techniques. Okay, the first material is curriculum. What is curriculum? Curriculum is what is taught in a given course or subject. Curriculum refers to an interactive system of instruction and learning with specific goals, contents, strategies, measurement, and resources. The desired outcome of curriculum is successful transfer and development of knowledge, skills, and attitude. Okay, next, there is curriculum function and curriculum role. The function of the curriculum in the sense of usefulness of benefit of the curriculum for parties related to the process of organizing education in schools, to the principal is the head and manager of the school's education board, as a leader in the management of education in the school include coordinating and supervising learning within the school. To the teacher, for the teacher, the curriculum serves as a guideline in the implementation of the learning process that becomes its duties and responsibilities. For students, students are the center of attention in the education process in school, thus a certain amount of information related to what plans or learning programs will and should be first must reach the students. For the community or parents, the community in this case, parents are not directly involved in the learning process in the school, but parents have a role and contribution to the smoothness and success of their children's learning in school. About curriculum role, in general, the role can be interpreted as an attitude or behavior indicated or carried out by the subject due to the rights and obligations attached to his or her status or position. From this understanding, we can understand that the role is related to the existence of the subject in relation to the society in which the subject is located. The subject in society has rights and obligations according to his or her position in the community. The position is related to the existence and interests of the community, so that role refers to what the subject or individuals should and can do for the benefit of society. Then, what is syllabus? A syllabus or specification is a document that communicates information about a specific course and defines expectations and responsibilities. And syllabus has components that are identity, core competencies, basic competencies, learning materials, learning activities, assessment, time allocation, and materials. What is the differences between curriculum and syllabus? Syllabus and curriculum both are important terms used in reference to an educational program, but they have different meanings. A curriculum is a combination of topics, subjects, or activities that are to be included in educational program, whereas the syllabus covers portion of topics in a particular subjects. The next material is lesson plan or APP. A lesson plan is a teacher's daily guide for what students need to learn, how it will be taught, and how learning will be measured. Lesson plans help teachers be more effective in the classroom by providing a detailed outline to follow each class period. This ensures every bit of class time is spent teaching new concepts and having meaningful discussion, not figuring it out on the fly. But what is lesson plan according to PPRI above? Lesson plan is planning the learning process, includes a syllabus and lesson plan that contains at least learning objectives, learning resources, and assessment of learning outcomes. The components of lesson plan. First is lesson information. Lesson information includes not only the content, but also the learning and developmental needs of the students. The teacher must consider the time he or she has to complete the lesson and other resources available, and should decide whether or not lesson should take one class period or several. And second is lesson topic. The lesson should begin with a topic derived from the adopted standard-based curriculum for a school or district. Third, benchmarks and performance standard. Decide on the benchmark and performance standards you will address during the lesson. This may come from one contents area or integrate standard and benchmark from several content areas. Fourth, intended learning outcomes. When first planning for instruction, teachers frequently focus on the selection of content, teaching methods, and instructional materials. These are all important elements of instructional planning, but the entire process is more effective if attention is first directed towards instructional objectives. Fifth, instructional resources. In your planning, carefully consider the resources that will support student learning during the lesson. And sixth, arrangement of the environment. Arranging the environment is a decision closely related to the ways in which students will complete components of the lesson. Seventh, instructional activities. A good daily lesson plan will include at least the following: introduction, lesson development, and assessment activities. And the last is teacher reflection. When you have actually taught each lesson, write a reflection on what occurred during the process. Did students meet the intended learning outcomes of the lesson? Why and why not? Consider your part in their success. The next material is assessment and evaluation. The differences between assessment and evaluation. Assessment is classroom research to provide useful feedback for the improvement of teaching and learning. Assessment is feedback from the student to the instructor about the student's learning. How about evaluation? Evaluation uses methods and measures to judge student learning and understanding of the material for purposes of grading and reporting. Evaluation is feedback from the instructor to the student about the student's learning. The next is classroom assessment techniques. There are climate surveys, models, minutes, pre-test and post-test, embedded questions, reflection paper, competency checklist, group informal feedback on teaching, self-assessment survey or posting, student portfolio of work, classroom feedback, and analysis of test items. Remember, assessment is not for evaluation. Evaluation is summative results for the purpose of grading, appraising, judging, Evaluation purpose is to grade or appraise or judge students or faculty or staff. And there are some uses as quizzes, exams, worksheets, clinical evaluations, papers, project group and individual, skills and competencies or practical exam, and credit assignment of all format. The last material is approach, method, and techniques. What is approach? Approach is constitutes the theoretical basis for language teaching. It is viewed as a set of correlative assumptions dealing with the nature of language and the nature of language teaching and learning. And what is method? Method is an overall plan for the orderly presentation of language materials, no part of which contradicts and all of which is based upon the selected approach. And what is techniques? Techniques is implementational, referring to a particular trick, stratagem, or contrivance used to accomplish an immediate objective. Approach is equal axiomatic and theoretical. Method, a set of procedures developed based on the theories, and techniques equal a stratagem used to reach an objective. Techniques carry out a method which is consistent with an approach.
Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.